I'm going to show you how to cook a really classic Asian dish. It's prawns and pippies in XO sauce. It's really simple to make, but it just needs a special ingredient, and that is the XO sauce. And believe me, that's what brings it all together. Now, I'm going to add some of my other favourite ingredients that will help to build it all up. I could just use the sauce, but you know what? I've got a knife here, I've got all these ingredients and a lot of time. Now, I'll start with a red onion. And the red onion I'll slice on an angle like this so that I have lots and lots of little fine bits of onion all the way through the dish. And it's just a matter of having all this stuff ready to go before you start frying. Garlic, 4 cloves of garlic, just crush them with the knife. I prefer to use whole cloves of garlic that I cut myself rather than pureed garlic because I reckon you get a much better flavour from it. Curry leaves are another favourite of mine. I like to use them in my XO because I think it gives it a really sort of nice flavour. And of course, ginger. I've got a nice little knob of ginger here and I'll just slice it nice and thin. And I'll slice it and then cut it into matchstick size. We call that julienne, but it's got a lovely little crunch to it as well. So when you're eating the XO, you can actually taste the ginger as well, which is really important. Now, my pan is nice and hot, a good splush of olive oil, but you can use whatever oil you have in your kitchen. But the better the oil, the better the dish. Now, the onions and garlic, ginger and curry leaves go into the oil. And you can see there's a lot of action going on already. I want that sizzle going on. A good pinch of salt goes in there and some pepper so that when the onions and the garlic and all these ingredients are frying off together, they're seasoning up as well. Stir that around and you know it's happening really well because I've got lots of caramelised onions and the flavour is incredible. Now I've got some mushrooms that I'll add. These are little enoki mushrooms and I just sprinkle them into the pan. And when they cook, they've got a little bit of crunch to them, which I love with my clams. I stir them around like this to make sure they soften up a little bit and that hot oil gets into the mushrooms. That'll get that frying action going on. Now it's time to really add some flavour and I'll use my XO sauce. Now this has got scallops and shrimp and chilli and all the things you want already in a jar. So it's just a matter of spooning out a couple of big dollops and then stirring it around. The trick is to stir the paste around a little bit in the hot oil so the flavour goes all the way through it. It's as easy as that. Now, I also like a bit of heat, so I'll add some of my chilli paste as well, but that's up to you. And of course, to add even more flavour, I've got just a little bit of sesame oil, just a couple of drops of that, but don't use too much because it's very, very strong. And some soy sauce, so I'll pour some light soy sauce in there. About 2 to 3 tablespoons is enough, and that will give it heaps of flavour and also help to darken the sauce. Now, these are some great Australian prawns from Hervey Bay. I've deveined them, taken the shell off, and taken the head off as well. In they go. They won't take long to cook. And also some pippies. I've got about 600 or 700 grams here. You can put a whole lot into this pan because it will hold the heat. Make sure it's all evenly coated. And then it's just a matter of popping the lid on. A few minutes, the clams will open up, the prawns will cook. I'll have all this cleaned up. I'll just need to throw some herbs in here, and then it's time to tuck into it. This will be delicious. Look at that, smells beautiful. And it doesn't take very long to cook. The trick is to wait till the little clams or pippies open up and then you know it's ready to serve up. I like to add lots of herbs. I've got coriander in there, spring onion in there, garlic chives in there, and I've even popped some pea shoots in there as well, just to give it a bit of extra crunch. You just need to fold them around, just to wilt the herbs up a little bit and make sure that all the sauce is mixed in. Now I've got a great bowl here, and I'll just stir that around a little bit, and it's a matter of just popping it straight into the bowl. You can hear the shells bang into the bottom of the bowl, and I know this is going to be a great dish. That sauce is nice and thick. The smell is amazing, and I'll just pop that over there. Make sure you turn the gas jet off. You can imagine this being served in the best Chinese restaurants around the world, but it's being served right here, and I know this is going to be a cracker. There we go. I'll pick up this little clam here and pull out that tiny little clam. It's a great way of wiggling it out with a pair of chopsticks. That tastes fantastic and so easy to cook. A little bit of chilli in there. I love the spice.